And there's more trouble for NCP leader and Maharashtra's PWD Minister Chhagan Bhujbal. The Charity Commissioner has ordered an inspection of 2 floors of the Mumbai Education Trust building in Mumbai on Saturday. Now, Bhujbal is the chairman of the trust and his family members are trustees. Now, the Charity Commissioner has also barred the use of these 2 floors for anything other than education. Now, the order was issued after a former trustee complained that the 2 floors of the building in the suburb of Bandra were being used for personal work and not education. Now, the order comes shortly after the minister has been criticized in that CAG report for allotting land in Nashik to his trust from his own department. Let's go across to Priyanka Kakotkar, who tracks this. Well, Priyanka, just more trouble coming Bhujbal's way, but this comes right after that leaked CAG report. Is this in any way connected?
No, Kulsum, this is completely separate because the CAG report refers to land that's been allotted to the MET Trust in Nasik, which is Bhujbal's hometown. And this particular inspection of the Charity Commission has been ordered on the MET building in Mumbai. Now, the building in Mumbai is the headquarters. It's an extremely large, sprawling 10-floor building in the suburb of Bandra, where real estate prices are really extremely high, certainly more than 25 to 30,000 rupees a square foot. Now, the complaint has been given by a former trustee saying that this entire building is really meant to be used for educational purposes. But the 8th and 10th floor is apparently being used to house a showroom and also to house residential premises for the trustees. So the former trustee had gone and complained first to the police, then to the Charity Commissioner, and now an inspection has been ordered of these 2 floors, and the trustees, including the Minister Chhagan Bhujbal, have been debarred from using these 2 floors for any purpose other than educational. So really a major embarrassment, quite a blow to Chhagan Bhujbal, coming as it does shortly after his indictment in the CAG report. No response coming from Chhagan Bhujbal so far, but his nephew Sameer Bhujbal, who's also a politician, who's also a trustee of MET, Sameer Bhujbal spoke to us a short while ago. He's a member of parliament from Nasik, and he said it's a routine inspection. We welcome this inspection, and he didn't want to say anything more. He said this matter is sub judice because the trustee had gone to court, and so at this point, he's just willing to say that they welcome this inspection tomorrow. Kulsum.
Right, Priyanka, thanks very much for joining us. Well, of course, this story comes in the midst of that outrage of the explosive CAG report on land grab in Maharashtra. And the big question is, will the Congress and NCP ministers named in this report be sacked? Now, drawing the maximum flack is Union Science and Agriculture Minister Vilas Rao Deshmukh, who has already been severely criticized by the Supreme Court for giving land for cheap to Subhash Ghai's Film Institute. Now, he has been indicted by the CAG in this report for allegedly using political clout to get public land for family-backed trusts. Now, this, of course, at concessional rates, which meant a huge loss to the taxpayer. Also facing the heat is NCP leader and Maharashtra PWD Minister Chhagan Bhujbal, whose PWD department has allotted 2 multi-crore plots of land to an institute, of which his nephew Sameer is a trustee, raising serious questions about a conflict of interest.
After a very sharp rebuke and a rebuttal, not a rebuttal, an observation by the Supreme Court yesterday on the way in which he had allotted land for a media baron, which has been struck down by the High Court earlier and subsequently by the Supreme Court too. Sri Vilas Rao Deshmukh has no moral authority to be in the cabinet.
I am at one of the spots that the CAG report has mentioned, and what you see behind me is Sindhudurg Bhavan. Now, this plot was allegedly given out to build a community center, but what came up instead is right behind you, Grande Imperial Banquets. And again, this is showing the misuse of the land here. Now, what the CAG report says is that the building named Sindhudurg Bhavan has been used as a multi-purpose banquet hall, while it was given out to a trust for educational purposes and acquired on a concessional rate for the purpose of a community center. So this is nothing close to a community center. This is a fully commercial banquet hall that's being used, and this was again given out to a trust allegedly that is connected to a cabinet minister in Maharashtra, Mr. Narayan Rane. So as you can see, all these scams have, the CAG report has come out. There's been a ruckus in the assembly, And clearly, most of the ministers have chosen not to react yet. Most say that they will react once that report is tabled in the assembly. The Chief Minister has mentioned that he has got a report, received a copy of the report, but he's yet to go through it. So all these developments coming in this, one thing is very clear, that land grab by people in positions of power is what this report by the CAG is pointing out.
This is the prime piece of 90,000 square meters of land which was given to Chhagan Bhujbal, who happens to be the nephew of Chhagan Bhujbal. Now in 2003, over 40,000 square meter of land was allotted to MET, the trust on which Chhagan Bhujbal is a member. Now he runs this institute, the trust. Now as you can see, this piece of land is actually meant for, it had a reservation of mining. So when this application came, this reservation was changed from mining to education purpose, and accordingly the entire piece of 90,000 square meters of land was allotted to MET. Now the rule clearly states that when the piece of land, a government land, is allotted for any purpose, within a specified period of time, the construction should start and the land should not lie vacant. But as you can see in this case, since 2003 and in 2009, if you calculate 50,000 square meters and 40,000 square meters, 90,000 square meters of land still lying vacant here. And shockingly, according to the government rate, the cost of the land was 9 crore rupees. And it was given to this trust of Chhagan Bhujbal and his family members for a mere 9 lakh rupees.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.